Well, hello. I bet you wonder what I'm doing with my day today. Well, today I'm spending my afternoon out in the garden. And yeah, I'm having a beautiful day here today. And I've got a little something to share with you um, about what happened this morning. Yeah, so I'm going to let you look at that first, okay? I'm not too sure what's going on. But there's a bird and a cat in the tree. I think there might be a nest somewhere, but where I haven't found. And yeah, they haven't been getting along for a little while. But that's what the noise is when you hear it in the video. It's that bird right there. Have you ever in your life? Oh, the bird is suicidal. I've never. Or what did you think of that? I think I've got a bird nest somewhere around. Probably up in the tree there, but yeah. Well, I'll just look around and see what happens. But today, I think what we'll do is we're going to do a couple things in the yard, and then I've got an update about the project, and then we'll talk a little bit about the test kit I've got, soil test kit. But first, I want to show you what I'm working on now. I am deadheading the roses, and I have run into something that I've never seen before. I want you to see this. So come on, let's get to it. To deadhead the roses, what I do is I'm taking this off. I'm going to clip it back to probably about there. You see that? Or I'll find a little joint, which I don't see on this branch, so that's probably where I'm going to cut it back to, right there. But I want to show you something before I get started. Look at that. I don't know what this rose is doing on here. I guess this is some kind of hybrid, because I must have a sucker growth around somewhere, because I've never seen that happen before. All done. And while we're over here, let's go take a look at another flower I have. Look who's blooming. Isn't that pretty? And right now I don't remember the name, but I'm going to put it down below. I'm not too sure what's going on with the flowers, the leaves here, because it isn't getting sun, but it doesn't seem to be happy. New growth. We're going to say flower pretty soon. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. The ladies are enjoying the flowers here. So cute. Okay, here's the potato plant. This one's in the pot. And here's another one. This is, these are the potatoes plants that kind of came up in the rows in the potato experiment. And they seem to be very happy here. I wonder if I will get potatoes. Here's the green beans. And as you can tell, the eggshells really helped. They're probably at a point now where I don't have to worry about snails getting them. But as you can tell, I don't have any snail damage at all. I look at the little tomatoes I potted up. We're all still doing good here, including the little one that just came up on its own. I'm trying to think of the name of that. Boy, I'm forgetful today. There's the other ones. Quiet, take a look at this. Your Jodo is up and looking good. The only thing is, I don't know why some of them have like little white tips. Some of these have little white tips on them. Here's the original rose in the potato plant, the rose in the potato experiment. See if we can see. I don't know about that bud. Doesn't look like it's doing anything, but we're starting to get some drying up there at the top. Maybe I better make it so it's not getting any sun at all. here's the next one. Did I go over it? Yes, I did. This is pot number 2. Sorry for the jiggle around. I don't see anything different there. So this would be pot number 1. And I see browning at the top. Not too sure why. Here's a quick overview. I had a pretty day to work today. Let's go up and look at the sky a little bit. Yeah. Pretty and blue. Let's go in and talk about the project. You remember the squares I've done, right? There's a blue, here's a blue, here's a white, and I was trying to decide between the green and the red. Well, thanks to Sapper Gardner, my mind is made up. I'm gonna go red, but not this red. I went and got this red. I think that'll be better, and it's brighter, and it'll just look better. So thank you, Sapper Gardner, for your suggestion. Okay, I just got through putting the information down for the Rose and the Potato experiment, and it's time to talk about this. I briefly showed you the pH guide for what's healthy for the plants. And I got a question from William Coleman's Garden and Allotment. He asked, what is the right pH to grow Cinnabons? So let's take a quick peek. Let's take a look and see if they're in here. They're not under vegetables. Not under fruit, not under house, not under flowers, trees. Wow. Not under turf or ornamentals. Wow. So, sorry, they're not on there. Boy, could you imagine what kind of mischief we'd be into if we could grow Cinnabons in the garden? I'd never come in for lunch. So, I'll clear up a little confusion. It said 40 tests. I thought it was 40 different tests. That's why I was so confused and overwhelmed. But what they're trying to say is that there's enough pills to do the 4 tests that's actually in here for you to test each one of them 10 times. So, yeah, if that cleared it up for you. And then on the back, helpful information. It says, why do you test your soil? Of course, to see what nutrients, you are in there, so you can help your plants grow. Because you want healthy plants and you want things to be balanced and the pH to be right and stuff, so everybody grows healthy. And then it says when to test your soil. Now, I already have things in my raised beds and where I'm planting, so that is where you're supposed to test before you plant and in the fall before you get ready to prepare your beds for fall. So yeah. And you probably wonder, what are the 4 tests? It's pH, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So that is very interesting. Now the test is even more interesting, or I would have done one today. You need to collect your soil, and I've got some collected, so it's going to be the right temperature. They don't want you to have soil that's too hot or too cold. But I could probably test the pH, but I'll try to do everything in the same video. To do the other ones, you have to put the soil in the water, stir it up, and then let the sediment settle at the bottom. So that's what would take us a while, because they say it could take up to 24 hours depending on what kind of soil you have. And my soil's kind of sandy, so I don't know if it'll float around or just what. So maybe Sunday we'll try to do some testing. Yeah, I'm all excited to see how my soil adds up. And I think I'm going to do some of the soil that I haven't put in the beds yet. Last year I got some new soil, and I noticed it's got lots of wood chips in it. It really does. It's got lots of wood. But there is some soil there too. So I was kind of wondering, I wonder how that stacks up. So that's what I'm going to do the test on first. That'll be our sample and see what kind of soil I bought. And hopefully it'll still be okay. So with that being said, I guess that's all I have for today. I am going to do another slideshow for the people that put comments here. Instead of going through everybody, I'll just do a slideshow that was so much quicker. And I want to thank everybody who commented. And those of you who suggested which test to do first, because at the moment I was very overwhelmed because I saw 40 tests. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, what do I do first? But it's just 4 tests 10 times. So that's a lot easier. And those of you that said pH first, you're right, because that's the very first instructions it gives you. And so that's what we're going to do first, Sunday. So with all that being said, I'm going to say goodbye for real this time and ask you to stay for the end of the video, because people that commented, I'm going to cheer you on like last time. Thank you. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for the visit. And so until next time, I'm going to say bye-bye for now. Bye.